Hello there, very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here on M7, My Mind Matters. It's Monday night, it's 7 o'clock, and we get the opportunity to rest, relax, and really calm ourselves down. Maybe take some reflection, some time to contemplate how things are going within ourselves. Ultimately, Mind Matters isn't just information about the mind, it's the opportunity to exercise the mind. It's the opportunity to rest the mind, relax the mind, rejuvenate the mind. And I'll be sharing with you lots of techniques that you've got the opportunity to really find out what your mind can do for you. And with a healthy mind, you find that it really can work for you. For those of you that are new to My Mind Matters, I do 3 steps each and every week. That's Mondays at 7 o'clock. The first one is breath work. So we'll start with some breathing. We'll do that in a few moments' time. And then after that, we'll take a deeper dive and we'll go into mindfulness. And then after that, we'll go into a guided meditation. Now, all of these work beautifully together. These are 3 separate tools. You don't need to do them in the order that I do tonight. You can use any of them whenever it's convenient for you. For example, you might decide that you like the idea of meditating first thing in the morning because you have 15-20 minutes to spare. You might like the idea of doing some mindfulness while you're at work at lunchtime. Just got the opportunity to do mindfulness in many different ways. For example, last week we explored the idea of being mindful whilst we eat. And we'll look at lots of different ideas. We can use music, we can do coloring. There are so many ways that mindfulness can come into our lives, and nobody needs to know. That's the beauty of all of this. And then finally, you've got breath work. Breath work's fantastic because it really can be a matter of just closing your eyes and breathing and taking the opportunity to really calm down and become connected. And in fact, connected is an important word because today we're going to be talking about, each week we have a different focus, and today's will be about connecting to our inner selves. And if you're wondering what does that mean, is this going to get religious, is this going to get spiritual, it can really mean what you want it to be. So if you are spiritual, then you may well think of that as being your soul. If you're religious, you might think of it as being your connection to the bigger world, in fact, a conduit to God. And if you're not religious in any way whatsoever, this could be the inner coach. You know, we often talk about inner saboteurs, the self-sabotaging habits that we have. Well, this is, rather than being the inner critic, this is the inner coach. And this is a great way to get in touch with yourself and perhaps listen to some intuition, get some insight. If you're stuck, if you feel like you're in a rut, if you don't know which way to go, where to go next, then by taking the opportunity to calm down, to get quiet, to go inside, whether it's breathing or mindfulness or meditation, you have the opportunity to connect with your deeper self. That's what we're going to focus on this evening. So let's take a moment right now to go into our breathing exercise. First thing I want you to do is get comfortable in your chair. Better to be sat up rather than lying down, but if you need to lie down, then you certainly can do that, but the chances are you may fall asleep before the end of the hour. So take the opportunity to sit comfortably in the chair, get your feet firmly on the floor. You can be with shoes, with socks, or completely bare feet. It's entirely up to you. Put your hands on your legs, close your eyes, and get comfortable. Just take a nice deep breath. Take the opportunity to get very, very comfortable. And breathe at your own pace, whatever's best for you. And allow the air to come in and out, and in and out. Now I want you to breathe in through your nose. Take a nice deep breath for 1, 2, 3. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3. And let it out for 1, 2, 3. Now we'll take a deeper breath. We'll go for 4. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4. And let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go for 5. Last one. Nice deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping your eyes closed, breathing at your own pace. Whilst you've got your eyes closed, just take the opportunity right now to feel your body. How does your body feel? Have you got any aches or pains? Could be the neck, could be the shoulders, the back, the hips, the legs, the knees, the elbows, could be anywhere. And just for a moment, ask yourself why you've got those aches and pains. Is it rheumatism, arthritis? Have you been out for a run? Have you been cycling? Have you been doing too much gardening? Have you been to the gym? Are you pushing yourself hard? Are you trying to get ripped? There are so many different reasons. It could be natural, or it could be something that you've brought upon yourself. And just for a moment, allow those aches and pains to be released. Let them out. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth at your own pace. And now imagine when you breathe in, that air's clean, either white or golden, but it's a breath of fresh air. And as you let it out, imagine it being dark and grey, and allowing any negativity to be released. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Now with your eyes still closed, just imagine for a moment your inner being, your deeper self, your soul, your spirit, call it what you will, just labels, but imagine for a moment that it's sitting right there with you and you can connect with it, you can communicate with it. Just be at ease with it, breathing in and breathing out. And just for a moment, put your hand on your chest, your left or your right hand, it doesn't matter which. Put it on your chest and just focus on your breathing and feel your chest rise as the air comes in and drop as the air goes out. In and out. In and out. Now move your hand down to your belly. You just feel the air filling up that belly, pushing down on the diaphragm. And this is all very resting, very relaxing. And you're feeling better already. Just focus on the breathing, letting it in and letting it out. Letting it in and letting it out. And now with your eyes still closed, just imagine that inner being, your spirit, your soul, call it what you will, enjoying your company. Put a smile on your face and just feel that inner being, that inner self connecting with you. Now getting into a state like this, becoming very calm and very relaxed and very quiet, gives us the opportunity to allow other things to come to our mind. It may well be intuition. You might get a great idea about something you've been working on, or a partner that you've been thinking of, or perhaps there's a difficulty in your life right now. and you're wondering how you can overcome it. By calming down, and this is just the breath work at the moment, you have the opportunity to connect with the inner self and allow those insights to come through. So before we end the breathing, just for a moment, pick one thing that you would like some insight on. It could be any one thing. It could be a job change, it could be finances, it could be a partnership. Just think about one thing you'd love to get some insight on, some information from your inner self, your deeper self, your real self. You may get it, you may not. If you don't worry about it. We've still got plenty of time to work on this. Okay, put a smile on your face and just enjoy the moment. Take the opportunity to breathe in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do the last one now for 5. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you're ready, feel comfortable to open your eyes. So how was that for you? How do you feel right now? Do you feel different? Can you feel the difference to where you were, 10 minutes ago when we first began the session? Do you feel calmer? Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel more connected to your inner self? These are the questions to ask yourself. Now, I don't want anyone thinking that you can do this once and change your life. This is a practice. This is something that we do week in and week out. And in fact, ideally, you don't wait for Mondays at 7. Every day you'll connect with yourself. And you've got the choice now. 3 tools that I share with you: the breathing, the mindfulness, and the meditation. And this is an opportunity to get in touch with yourself. And if you're feeling unhappy, perhaps you can work out why you're unhappy. Maybe you can find the inspiration or the intuition to go and do something that will bring happiness to your life. Strange things happen. We use that term serendipity. And that could be because you calm down, you get quiet, and an idea springs to your mind. And in fact, that's exactly how M7 came to me. M7, my mind manners, just happened one day. I was laying in bed, and I tend to lie in bed before I get out of bed. I like to meditate. And I promise you, I rarely go back to sleep. If I do it when I go into bed, then for sure I'm going to fall asleep. I know I will. But once I'm awake first thing in the morning, I like to lay in bed, 15, sometimes even 30 minutes. I just rest and relax. I think about the day, what's coming up, what am I going to get on with, and then I start my day. But lots of ideas go through my mind. I keep my phone handy, and what I do, I don't use my phone to check messages. I'm not using it to look at LinkedIn. I'm not using it to check my emails. I don't do any of that while I'm in the bed. I rest, I relax, but I will send myself messages. And that's how M7 began, 8 weeks ago now. So you might get lots of ideas and inspirations that come to yourself, and it could be in any area of your life. Okay, we're going to move on to mindfulness. And mindfulness always begins with the breathing. The breathing is very important because it helps you to calm down. By breathing slowly, you're actually telling the body everything's okay. And when we breathe fast, when we get anxious, when we get nervous, when we're panicked, that tells the body we've got a problem and we better start reacting quickly. So it's really important you understand that by breathing at this measured pace, you get the opportunity to control your body to a certain degree. And this is really good skills to learn. Okay, now with the mindfulness first, it's very, very similar. The breathing will be identical. We'll start with the breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then when we go into mindfulness, lots of people seem to think that this is to stop yourself thinking. Well, You're never going to stop thinking. Never. We live in a world of thought. However, what you can do is start to detach from it so it doesn't affect you quite so much. And so what you're able to do when you close your eyes, and I'm not a Buddhist, but I like to have Buddha behind me because he's got his eyes closed and he's contemplating, he's relaxing, he's resting, he's doing everything we're doing. He's just being in the moment, closing his eyes and feeling the happiness right here, right now. So what we'll do with mindfulness is we'll try to be focused on the now, on the moment, on what's going on, and I guide you through this. However, there's a very good chance that your mind will wander. And if it does, don't worry about it. Once you recognize that, self-recognition is very important. Once you recognize that your mind has wandered, then just bring it back. Just bring it back. Realize it's happened. Don't beat yourself up. Don't get upset about it. Don't get annoyed by it. That's what the practice is about. And the more you practice it, whether it's weekly or daily, even better if you can do it daily, you will get better and better and better at it. But at the same time, I don't want anyone to be thinking, well, I've got to get better, I've got to get better, I've got to get better. This is not a competition. This is about you finding peace. This is about you finding tranquility. This is about you finding joy. So just enjoy the journey. Let the mind do what it does, and then bring it back when you get the chance. Okay? So let's take the opportunity to do the same again. Let's close our eyes, get comfortable in the chair, have a little shake if you need to. Shake it out. Maybe move your shoulders up and down a little bit, just to let some tension out, any pressure out that you may have. Feet firmly on the floor, hands on your lap. And let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3. And let it out for 1, 2, 3. Let's go for 4. In through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4. And let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4. And now finally for the 5, in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now breathing at your own pace, keeping your eyes closed. I'm going to ask you to use your imagination right now. And just imagine there's a beautiful golden ball of light about 2 inches across, 4, 5, or 6 inches in front of your eyes. And that ball of light, think of it as a miniature sunshine, a tiny little sun that's sat there right in front of you. It's revolving, it's rotating, it's going around. And just allow it to send that heat out towards you, just like a sunshine. Just allow it to sit there revolving, and you can feel the sunshine on your face. You can feel the heat on your eyes. It's lovely. You know, it's like when we go sunbathing. It's very restful. It's very relaxing. Maybe get in the holiday mood right now. Imagine being beside a pool or on a beach, whatever works best for you. Maybe just in your back garden, whatever works best for you. And you can feel the heat from that little sunshine just in front of you. Now take the opportunity to allow that sunshine to build up over your eyes like pools of light on top of your eyes. That light's getting brighter and brighter and creates 2 pools over the eyes. And allow that light now to penetrate the skin and come all the way around the eyes, like massaging them. If you have any difficulties with your eyes, just imagine them being healed, imagine them being eased, imagine them feeling comfortable. If you have bad vision, I'm not telling you you can fix it or it will be fixed, but just imagine for a moment what that would feel like for your vision if it's impaired, to be better or to be fixed or to return. Now take that energy, take that light up over the bridge of the nose onto the forehead, and imagine it now massaging your forehead, resting, relaxing. You can almost feel like a pair of hands rubbing your forehead. It feels good. And now continue to take that light up onto the top of the head. Imagine that masseuse rubbing his or her fingers through your hair, rubbing your scalp. That feels good. Love every second of it. And now continue the journey, taking the light over the back of the head, down towards the base of the neck. And now your entire head is submerged in this white light. It's relaxing, it's loving, it's tranquil. Think of this as being your inner being loving you, your inner being calming you down, your inner being taking care of you, your inner being providing well-being for you. Now imagine that light at the back of the neck. Again, it can be a golden light, a white light, you decide which it is. Just imagine it going all the way around your neck. It's like a pair of hands comfortably, lovingly around your neck. And then work your way down into the shoulders, just a little bit further south. And imagine how that massage, that masseuse, that guy or girl rubbing their hands into your shoulders, squeezing the base of the neck. And it's releasing any tension that you may have. It could be tension from work, tension from the kids, tension from not being able to pay the bills. There are so many reasons why we are tense these days. Now imagine that light making its way down the back of your neck, onto the shoulders now. Let's go into the right shoulder, taking the light down the right arm. So as it comes down the right shoulder onto the biceps and the triceps, start to see it in your mind's eye spinning around your arm like a snake enveloping your arm. Sorry if you're afraid of snakes. As it makes its way down to your elbow, feel any aches or pains you may have being released. Into the elbow, into the forearm, into the wrist. Allow the light to spin around that wrist for a moment, resting, relaxing, helping you feel epic. Helping you feel that you're in a state of homeostasis. That's where the body belongs. It's rested, it's relaxed. It's where it belongs. And bring that energy now through that forearm into the wrist and into the hand, the right hand, into the palm of the hand, and now a beam of light comes pulsing out through the thumb, index finger, middle finger, third finger, and finally the fourth finger. The fingers and thumbs filled with light now. Beams of light coming out the right hand. Let's do the same on the left hand side now, coming down the left shoulder, being massaged, squeezed. Oh, that feels so good. Over the biceps and triceps, down into the elbow. If you've got any tension, any aches or pains, rheumatism, arthritis, anything of that nature, just imagine it being alleviated. Imagine it disappearing right here, right now. And you're feeling great. Coming down through the forearm into the wrist. Again, the wrist, a big area for many people, aches and pains. Imagine that being alleviated right here, right now. And then the light goes into the palm of the hand, into the thumb, out through the index finger, middle finger, third and the fourth finger. Both arms filled with that light. Now let's bring that light down over the chest. Over the chest. As it comes down across the chest, imagine it going inside and caring for the organs, the lungs, the kidney, the heart, the liver, all resting, all relaxing, all feeling better than ever. And now that light going into the wrist, resting, relaxing. And your entire head is submerged, your right arm is submerged. As we come down that left arm, past the elbow, past the forearm, into the wrist, into the hand, and the bolt of lightning now comes out through the thumb. Index finger, middle finger, third finger, and fourth finger. So now both the left and the right hand are beams of light, 10 beams of light coming out through those fingers and thumbs. Continuing our journey, let's take the light down over the front of the body, over all those organs, down towards the waist, onto the hips now, and imagine the light spinning around the hips, resting, relaxing. It feels so good. And now moving on to the back. Let's go to the back of the neck, and vertebra by vertebra coming down through the body, one by one, easing any pain. If you have aches and pains, allow them to be released. You don't need them anymore. Let them go. And now breathe, bring that light, bring that energy down the back, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra, one by one. If you've ever been to the salons or the spas where they put the hot stones on your back, imagine as the light comes down through your back, imagine that heat now coming into the bones, into the structure, resting, relaxing. It feels so good. And then finally onto the hips, and let's make our way down the right leg, through the buttocks, into the big muscles at the top of the leg, down into the knees, from the knees now into the shins, the calves, into the ankle, across the back of the foot, the ball of the foot, the arch of the foot, and now beams of light come thrusting out through the toes, the big toe, the second, third, fourth, and fifth toe. 5 beams of light coming out of the right foot. Now the left hand side, from the buttock into those giant muscles in the top of the left leg, into the knee, and from the knee now let's go into the foot. And this is one where we've taken away the energy, the light. Very restful, very relaxing. And now coming down through both legs to the knees, down through to the ankles, and the beams of light coming out of both feet now, big toes, little toes, and the toes in between. Resting, relaxing, rejuvenating. Now, whilst the entire body is submerged in this beautiful light, calming, resting, relaxing light, just for a moment, imagine your inner being sitting inside you. Your inner being can feel how rested, how relaxed you are right now, and loves it. Your inner being screaming at you to do this more often. Just rest for a moment. Allowing your mind to wander, and if it does, just bring it back. How do you feel right now? Can you feel the love in your body? Can you feel the rest? Can you feel the relaxation? Allow any aches or pains to be removed, to be released. Move a little bit if you're getting stiff. Roll your neck if you have to. Roll your shoulders if you need to. Now put that big smile on your face. Now, whilst we're so calm, so rested, so relaxed, let's take a moment to contemplate any difficulties we might be having in life. What are they? What's winding you up? What's making you stressed out? Is it work? Is it family? Is it a partner? Is it the kids? Right here, right now, you are on your own. So this is an opportunity for you to really connect with your inner being and have a chat with them. Where would you really like life to go? What's life look like for you? What do you want it to look like? Resting, relaxing, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And whilst you're sat there, imagine it being like a bath of hot water. From the shoulders down, you can feel the heat from that sunshine. You can feel the heat from that bathtub, whichever it may be that you're working on. And that feels so good. Now let's take an opportunity to make our way up to the last level. And if you have a small garden area, Troy asked for the hat, and Troy asked to draw on that image. Resting, relaxing, smile on your face. Feels good. Okay, whilst you're there resting and relaxing, just take a moment to imagine your inner being with you. If you've got any questions for it, this is your inner coach, not your inner critic, your inner coach. This is the one that loves you. Just ask a question. What do you need some help with? What are you unsure of? Let's see if you can get an answer, or some inspiration, or a gut feeling, some intuition. Okay, so bring the mindfulness to an end right now. Wait to breathe in through the nose, hold on to it for a moment, and let it out through the mouth. In through the nose, hold on to it for a moment, and let it out through the mouth. I'm just going to turn the music up for a moment so you can really languish in this calmness. See if you can hear the voice. See if you get any inspiration or intuition of how to proceed with whatever it may be that you're working on. I'll just give you a minute. Okay. As we bring that to an end, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, put a smile on your face and imagining sitting with you. Does he or she look good? It's you. Do they look exactly the same as you? Are they different to you? Are they happier than you? How does your inner being look? Your inner self. How does it look? Is it a carbon copy of you? Same thoughts, same feelings, same ideas, same triggers? Or are they permanently happy? Are they overjoyed that you're doing so well in life? Just allowing yourself to connect with that inner being, that intuition. And as we come to an end, take one final nice, long, and deep breath in through the nose. Hold on to it and let it out through the mouth. Okay, and when you're ready, feel free to open up your eyes. That was so relaxing for me today. I think I was like being asleep, and I think I might have been talking gibberish. So if you heard me talking, I think my mind wandered, and I ended up talking about Troy, who's my youngest son. I've got 4 kids. So if you're thinking, what is he talking about? I apologize profusely, but my mind wandered. You see, it will, and it does. And I think it's because I've got my eyes closed. I've got a lot going on right now. And in fact, I'll share this with you. I was really looking forward to tonight's M7, My Mind Matters, because I needed it. I needed to get back to my inner self. Probably why I came up with the idea of talking about my inner self, because I needed it. A little, not disjointed, not disconnected, but we've had some tragedies in the family recently, and it makes you ponder, it makes you wonder, and it can just pull you around. So I'm not gonna take a deep dive on my personal circumstances, but there's lots going on, and if my mind did wander, if I did confuse you, I apologize profusely. Hey, we got to do the meditation. Yeah, where's that going to go? Alrighty. By the way, if you ever have questions, if you wonder what this is all about, or you've trying to do something and you don't think you're doing it right, or are you doing it right but you just don't know, you can always email me. Easiest way is to go to the website, engagewithsuccess.com. And M7, My Mind Matters, is just a part of that. Think of that as being the podcast, the broadcast for Engage with Success. Engage is a model that I teach people for success, because there's so many books on personal development. I'm not knocking any of them. There are literally thousands of books on personal development. And what you find is that the vast majority focus on one thing. Focus is a good example. Intention is another example. Mindfulness, another example. Meditation, another example. Manifestation, another example. So you can pretty much get books that focus on one specific area of personal development. And probably about 15 years ago, I realized that personal development can be hard for people because they don't really understand what it is they're trying to do. I've been doing this for 30 years. And so what I set out to do was put a system together that would really help people know step by step what it is that they're supposed to be doing, so they can connect with their inner selves, so they can live a more fulfilled life. And most importantly, move in the direction of their goals. And that will bring you happiness. Moving in the direction of your goals will bring you happiness. Now, you may not know your goals yet. That's an integral part of Engage with Success. If you do know your goals, then you need to have an action plan. That's an integral part of Engage with Success. And then there's a ladder for you to climb up so that you understand the journey that you're trying to do. Because again, most people will talk about particular areas in their books, but they don't really tell you what it is you're trying to achieve. And I've tried to set all of that out for you. So if you'd like more information on that, again, go to engagewithsuccess.com. You can read more there. If you'd like to catch up on some of these meditations or mindfulness classes, then you can do that too. And there's also a weekly newsletter. If you'd like to get your hands on that, feel free to reach out. And there's a little form that you can fill in on the website, and we're happy to send that to you. That comes out on Sundays at 10 a.m. That's called Small Steps. And I called it that because really everything we're doing is step by step by step by step. You've probably heard the term creatures of habit. We are creatures of habit, and we become those habits slowly. Year after year after year, we learn to do something in a particular way. And the more that we do that, then the more likely we are to continue doing that. And then our neural pathways tune into it, and it becomes pretty natural for us. So we do it over and over and over again. And that's really how human beings work. So what you need to do is create good habits. And there's another example. You can get books just on habits. And that's not the whole picture. That's certainly a big part of it, but it's not the whole picture. You can get books on neuroscience. That's a big part of it, but it's not the whole picture. And what I try to do with Engage with Success is to create a whole picture for you to have a complete system so that you can move forward at your own pace and enjoy not just success, but also fulfillment. For me, if you are highly successful and not happy, you don't win. If you are fulfilled and you are completely and utterly happy, then you win. But the chances are, if you've got goals that you've not yet achieved, or you don't have any goals whatsoever, then you probably won't feel fulfilled. The sweet spot is to have the goals, know that you're moving towards them, enjoy successes along the journey, and have fulfillment. That's it, right? That's everything all in one place. And that's really what this is all about. And M7 is just a tiny part of that. I call this living in a state of grace. And this connection, this ability to connect and get grounded and just come back to being ourselves is a very, very important part of that. Okay, I'm going to move on to meditation. Meditation is really a combination of the breathing and the mindfulness, and then we go even further. Now, in meditation, there are many, many different ways to do this. I will teach you in many different ways. As the weeks go by, I do different things. Last week, we were doing mindfulness with food. I do have plans to do mindfulness with music, because that is an incredible journey. The problem I've got with the music is that I have to be careful what I play, because I'm not allowed to just play music. So in a live class, I play all sorts of songs, and it takes people on a journey. We have classical music, jazz music, rock music, and you just see where it takes you. The emotional journey is amazing, but I'm not allowed to do that on public broadcast. So I have to be a little bit careful. But there are lots of other things. We will do some art in the coming weeks. In fact, why don't we make next week's art? That's what I'll do. I'll make myself a note and we'll do that. Okay, let's get on to meditation. So a combination of the breathing and the mindfulness, and then a much deeper dive. And we'll use imagination. This is also a great place for you to start working on your manifestations. What are your goals? What are the things you would like to bring into your life? Look for those, consider those, think about those, and all of this can transpire step by step by step. Okay, let's close our eyes and get comfortable, and breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And do that right now at your own pace, as and when you want, whatever's comfortable for you. Get comfortable in your chair. Have a little wiggle if you need to. Move your shoulders around if you need to. Just get very, very comfortable. Okay, now I want you to put the ball of fire, that sunshine, just in front of your eyes. And we're going to do this very, very, very quickly. Imagine that ball of sunshine now, creating two pools of light over the eyes. Bringing it up to the bridge of the nose, onto the forehead right now onto the top of the head. Feel the fingers of light massaging your scalp as it comes down now over the back of the neck and onto the shoulders. Bring that light down through the right arm, biceps, triceps, into the elbow, forearm, into the wrist, into the palm of the hand, out through the thumb, index, middle, third and fourth fingers. Left hand side, from that shoulder down into the arm, down towards the elbow, from the elbow through the forearm into the wrist, and from the wrist into the palm of the hand. And now a big beam of light coming out through the thumb, the index, the middle, the third and the fourth fingers. Both arms completely lit up. What does that make you think about? Where are you right now? Bring yourself back in the room. Let's continue our journey Now we go to the left arm, down through the left arm, into the elbow, from the elbow into the forearm, into the wrist, and now from the wrist into the palm of the hand, and a beam of light out through the thumb, index, middle, third, and fourth fingers. Both arms lit up, bringing the light down now over the front, over the chest, not just on the outside, but also on the inside, working on the lungs, the kidneys, all the organs that are inside you, healing, resting, relaxing. And now down across the back, vertebra by vertebra, bone by bone. If you've got aches and pains there for whatever reason, just imagine them right now. Imagine them being released. Imagine them going away. It feels so good. Now allow that light to continue all the way down to the end of the tailbone, and then have it spinning around your hips, and from the hips a little bit lower now into the buttocks. And let's go from the right buttock into the top of the right leg, into the knee, from the knee into the shins, in to the ankle, and from the ankle now into the ball of the foot, the arch of the foot, coming out through the right hand, big toe, second, third, fourth, and fifth toe. 5 beams of light coming out through that right foot right now. Now we go to the left hand side, from the buttock into the leg, giant muscles at the top, making your way down into the knee, from the knee into the muscles, into the leg, the shins, the calves, into the ankle, and finally onto this tree, shabby looking tree. Let's clip it a little bit. Just in your mind's eye, imagining the shabby looking tree getting better by the second. A little bit of pruning, nothing major. And then finally bring the energy into the garden, into the room, resting, relaxing. Now keep the energy in your body, all throughout your body. And now I want you to imagine you're sitting in a bath of very hot, very relaxing, loving water. Maybe there's some suds on it, maybe it's got some oil in it so you can really smell it. It's gorgeous. It goes all the way up to your neck and you can feel it resting, relaxing. It makes you feel amazing. Now I want you to focus on any sounds that you can hear in the room. What can you hear in the room that you're in right now? Take your attention to the sound. Is it your heart? Is there air conditioning in the room? Is there a fan from a laptop or a computer? Is there a clock ticking? Or maybe it's hot and you've got the windows open and you can hear birds cooing, or the wind making its way through the branches. No right or wrong, just think about what you can hear. Now, take the sounds from outside the room. Can you hear next door? Can you hear maybe the kids or a partner? Are they cooking? Can you hear the pots and pans clashing around? Or is the television on and you can hear it? Is that a loud TV? No right or wrong, doesn't matter to me what it is. Just put your attention on those noises, see if you can work out what it is. And now take your energy beyond the house, outside. Maybe there's a window nearby and you can hear birds cooing or squawking. Maybe you can hear sheep in a nearby field or cows. Maybe you can hear traffic driving away, driving past your house, your flat, your home. And now in your mind's eye, I want you to take your energy beyond your house. Just take it around your environment, around your neighborhood. And imagine any sounds that you might ordinarily hear. You're in the high street, you can hear people walking up and down. Is it heavy traffic? You can hear all the cars. It's your scene, it's your imagination. And now take your energy beyond the house that you're in, beyond the neighborhood that you're in, and take it out across the entire county or state if you're in the USA, Australia. Taking the energy further afield. What noises can you hear as you go further and further afield? What noises can you hear? Is there a town nearby? Are there motorways nearby? Is there wildlife nearby? Can you hear red kites? Can you hear sheep, cows? Can you hear dogs barking? And now let's take that energy even further from the neighborhood now, from the county. Let's go right across the entire country. Across the country, what sort of sounds come from your country? Can you hear bells chiming? Is it Big Ben if you're in the UK? Maybe you're near a military base and you hear jets flying over all the time. What sort of noises can you hear from your country? And now take that energy beyond, take it even further beyond your country now, across the entire continent. Maybe that's foreign languages. Maybe that's different ways of driving. Maybe they're a culture that bib the horn a great deal. And now take the energy even further. I want you to take it across the entire planet. Your energy coming from you, embracing the entire planet. And just for a moment, as you allow that to settle in, as you allow that to absorb, pay attention to the noises you can hear around the globe. Just give you a moment to enjoy the peace. What can you hear? Is it wildlife? Is it farm life? Is it lots of traffic? Busy airports? What do you hear as you've got your hands around the entire planet? You're holding it, you're hugging it. And you can hear Mother Earth singing. What would she be singing? Okay, I want you to bring that energy back now from the planet back to your continent, drawing that energy back now from the continent towards your country, from your country down towards your state or county, and from your county now bringing that energy back, bringing it back. Let's bring it back to your local village or town or city, and keep bringing it back, so that finally we're back in the room, on our chair. Might be a comfy chair, might not be. In fact, take a moment right now whilst we're there to think about, how does it feel? How's that chair? Is it comfy? How does your bottom feel under it? Is it soft? Is it padded? Is it hard wooden chair? It doesn't matter to me as long as you're comfortable. Okay. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just allowing that energy to stay in your body for a moment. You should feel calm, you should feel rested, you should feel relaxed. Again, can you imagine your inner being sat inside you right now? Your soul, your spirit, call it what you like. Use your own terminology. It's the same. This is all part of the human experience. Can you hear good information coming from that soul, that spirit, that inner being? Is it intuition? Is it offering insights? Are you paying attention enough to hear it? And more importantly, to listen to it and then to action it. That's what this is all about. Now, for those of you that are finding this useful, it is every Monday at 7, hence M7, live on Facebook, live on Instagram, live on LinkedIn, and live on YouTube. As the weeks go by, I'm very likely to add even more channels. Please feel free to share this so other people get to see it and enjoy it. And I'm really working hard now to expand this and push it out so that even more people can get to enjoy it. If you're stressed, if you know someone that's stressed, if you struggle with life on a daily basis, then this can be really helpful for you. But that's not the only reason that we do mindfulness and meditation. Some extremely successful people do mindfulness and meditation. And a big reason for that will be the fact that they can connect with their inner self. It gives them the guidance that they're looking for. And that inner guidance can really help you to make better decisions. That's what this is all about. Thank you for your company. If you do know anyone that would enjoy a 45-minute motivational speech, probably a group or a company, feel free to let me know. I often do the motivational speeches. I go out and share the information with people. The speech alone can be very, very helpful. People get excited about it. If you know somebody that's in a sales environment, they particularly love it because they're so competitive. It's just a different way of looking at life. If you procrastinate or know people that are holding themselves back, then get in touch. If it's for one person, one individual, then you could also organize what I call a strategy call. That's on engagewithsuccess.com. You can request one of those very, very easily. That is free of charge, and it's a quick chat for about 15 minutes. So any information of those nature that you think will be helpful or useful, then please feel free to reach out and let me know. Thank you for your company. I'm going to jump off right now, but I look forward to seeing you next Monday at 7 p.m.